Performance review period. A performance review period is a time when your manager reviews your work and tells you where you need to improve or where you have been doing well. Some smaller companies do not have a concrete review process, but larger companies have a process in place. Some of them do a review 2 times a year, and some companies have a yearly review. Your review is sometimes dependent on how much raise you will get, and sometimes even the bonus amount. Because the review is different from company to company, I will use this lesson for sentences you need to say during the time you speak with your manager. I will not be going into the details and time frame of the review. If there is a process in place, then you probably have a template to write down your achievements over a certain time span. This is your chance to toot your own horn. So include everything you did and do not be modest. If you don't have a template to follow, then write down on a Word document the achievements you made. It is also good to write down some places where you want to improve. Some people might think that telling your manager where you need to improve is basically admitting to having flaws. But great managers think a person who can identify their own problems and fix them are great employees. Achievements. Everyone has certain responsibilities. You should use your responsibilities as a guide when you talk to your boss. The best way is to go through each responsibility and state how you successfully accomplished everything you were responsible for. If you are a salesperson, then the best metric is to use your sales number. I have exceeded the average for all sales categories. I was in the top 3 for renewals. I was second in accessory sales, and the most in our new services. Overall, I was the first in our store and third in the whole region. If you are a computer engineer, then it will be a little different. I finished all my assignments on time. I fixed the most amount of code errors. I did code reviews on numerous occasions, and I created a program that helped the installation process. This ultimately reduced the installation time by 40%. Some general statements. I feel I did a great job. I exceeded all my goals, and I made the most sales throughout the year. I am very happy with my performance over the year. I completed all my projects, and I even took on 3 additional assignments. I also helped the junior employees on a regular basis. I'm happy with my results. The project I have been working on was a success. During the process, I managed to overcome all obstacles and finished on time. We have increased our revenue while decreasing cost. I believe I am on track. This year I have learned a great deal. I'm very familiar with all our tools, and I even completed my first project successfully. These are general sentences you can say. But if you have a list of accomplishments, you should say them one by one in a paragraph. But make sure you speak clearly and slow enough so the other person can keep up. I have accomplished a great deal this year. I analyzed all monthly sales data, wrote up a thorough report for each one. I also created a process of submitting the report form that saved an hour for each report. I worked on 4 projects that were all successful, and I created a how-to document for new employees. This is long, but it is actually very simple. All I am doing is stating each thing right after the other. You should make a list and basically say them all together. It's effective and short. Self-improvement. If you're going to mention where you need improvement, it is very important to include how you are going to improve. This is similar to asking what is your weakness. If you mention a weakness, show them what steps you are taking to improve in that area. Finally, you must be certain it is okay to expose an area for improvement. I don't recommend doing this on your first review. After the first review, you will have a better idea if it will help to critique yourself. I feel I need to be more technical. I realized how important it is to know different computer applications. In order to improve, I have researched some classes I can take, and I even bought a couple of books. In the next 3 months, I'm going to concentrate on learning these new tools. This is a good answer because it shows the manager that you are capable of finding your own faults. It also has a step-by-step process with a timeline on how you are going to improve. Timeline is important because it shows that you are not going to procrastinate. If someone says, "I'm going to read this book," you don't know when they are going to read it. It is much better when someone says they will read this book within 2 weeks. Here's one more example. An area I would like to improve is in planning. I plan all my work and I complete everything on time. But I feel if I do a better job at planning, I can be more efficient with my time. In order to work on this, I created a checklist of everything I should think about before starting a project. Using this checklist will make me think of potential obstacles that I wouldn't normally think about, verify that I am not forgetting something, and keep me on track to complete ahead of time. I'm going to do this and see how much it improves my efficiency for the next 2 projects. Afterwards, I'll report how much it helped or didn't help. Compensation. Reviews are another time period where you get a raise and a bonus. If you work in a large company, then it will be hard to complain and get something changed. But if you work in a small company, you can ask for a larger raise. However, you must be in a position where the company will suffer if you leave the company. If you are replaceable, then the company doesn't have to give you a good raise. Just in case you are in one of these situations, here are some example sentences. If you know you did more than anybody else, then here's a statement you can make to your manager. I have done more and better work than anybody else. I have learned everything on my own in the first 3 months without any training. I have been a great employee. An 8% raise is not what I had in mind. I want a minimum 20% raise. If they agree with you, then they might give you a larger raise, but they will question the 20% raise. You should know the average pay in your field and use that as ammunition. I agree that you have performed well, but 20% is a large raise. Where did you get that number from? If you researched, then you can answer calmly with facts that your manager cannot disagree with. I have researched the pay for 5 different companies for someone with my experience and skill set. On average, they are being paid 25% more than me. I don't expect to get paid more than the other people because this is a smaller company, but I should get what I deserve, and that is at least 20%. If you have to go on frequent business trips, then you can include that as well. The average pay for workers who have to go on frequent business trips is significantly higher than what I am being paid. There is no overtime pay here, and all the extra work is not compensated for. I feel it is fair to get a larger raise due to the amount of quality work I do and the frequent business trips required for this position. Large companies have a process in place and most people will get a similar raise. If you get a small raise and you know you cannot fight for a larger raise, then you can at least ask what the average raise is. A 3% raise barely covers inflation. What was the average raise throughout the company? Most of the time, the answer will be very similar to what you got. I did very well this year and exceeded all my goals. Why am I only receiving a 4% raise? Sometimes, even great employees will get a small raise in a large company. It might seem small, but if the company is struggling financially, they might not give anybody raises. Here's an example of what you might hear for the question above. You actually got the maximum raise this year. Most of the people didn't get anything. Some people got a 2% raise. So you should actually be happy with your raise. The economy is down and the company needs to save money. They can't give large raises this year.
It's that time of year again. Yeah, I always get nervous during this time.
It shouldn't go too bad.
So how did I do this year?
Let me first ask you how you feel about your performance.
I think I improved a lot and made a lot of great contributions. I completed all my assignments ahead of schedule. I volunteered for 2 more extra projects and mentored a couple of our new employees.
I agree. You did great this year. I got your rating back from upper management, and it's not bad, but it's not the best. You received a 3.5, a 4% raise, and an 8% bonus.
I got a 3.5? Why? I was really expecting a 4 this year. I really worked hard.
Unfortunately, we can't give everyone a 4. There were a lot of people who did great this year, and we only had a few 4s to give. You barely missed the cut.
What could I have done to get a 4? I thought I did everything to deserve one.
I agree. I think you should have received a 4, but the only thing I can suggest is for you to be more visible. The people who beat you this year didn't necessarily do better work than you. It's just that people knew the work they were doing more than yours. You need to stand out a little better.
How do I do that? It doesn't make sense. If I work my ass off and I do great work, why does it matter if I show off or not?
If 3 people are equal in their work, the only deciding factor is how much of the work they know about. Since upper management cannot know the details of everything, they mainly see the people who are visible. You can do this by taking on projects that affect the whole team so everyone can see, or you can be proactive in finding places for improvement, and sending out a mail to management with your ideas.
If I did a great job, why did I only get a 4% raise?
You got a high raise comparing to other people. The average raise throughout the company was 2%. They cut back a lot on raises due to the slow economy.
I'm a little disappointed. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, think about what I said and we'll try to give you more assignments with more visibility.
Quitting or leaving work. When the time comes to leave work, you can do whatever you want. You can raise hell, say you hate everyone and yell out, "I quit." But in other cases, when you want to leave professionally, you can use this lesson to help. There's a common phrase when you are leaving a company: don't burn the bridge. This is basically saying you should leave on a good term. If you leave on a good note, then you have the option of coming back to the company or your position if something goes wrong with your next job. So basically, you are leaving the bridge back to your position. If you are leaving because you have an offer from a different company, here are some professional statements you can make to your manager. Hi, Mark. I have a wonderful opportunity to work at a different company. I enjoyed my time here, but I shouldn't pass this up. I am putting in my 2-week notice. Remember that in the States, changing job is very common, so it is no big deal when you leave a company. Businesses understand the need for change and realize that some people want different challenges in their life. So don't be nervous when you have to leave. Giving a 2-week notice is standard. This gives your current employer the chance to hire someone to replace you. It also gives some time for you to finish the remaining work you have to do. Not giving a 2-week notice is one way to burn a bridge. The new company you are going into should realize this and will not expect you to start your job immediately if you have to give a 2-week notice. If you don't have a job, then this doesn't apply to you. Here is another example. Hi, Mark. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that I am leaving the company. I really enjoyed my time here, and I appreciated all your help on my tasks. I have to put in my 2-week notice. Hi, Mark. I received an offer from a different company. This is a great opportunity for me, so I accepted the offer. My decision on leaving is not because I didn't like my duties here. I really enjoyed my experience. But I am at a point where I want to find other challenges. I hope you can understand. I have seen some people leave the company to go on a year trip around the world. Others I have seen just wanted to spend more time with their kids. I know in some countries it is hard to get back into a company after you leave. But in the States, if you are a good employee, it is easy to get their job back. Many times, after a long break, they return to the same company. Mark, I have decided to leave the company. I have worked here for 10 years and I really enjoyed it, but I want to take a break and spend more time with my family, so I am putting in my 2-week notice. Hi, Mark. I have come to a decision to leave the company. I'm going to travel for a year, and this is the best time period for me to do so. I have always wanted to travel for an extended time period, and this is the only time I can do it. I can work for another month, so hopefully that should give you some time to find a replacement, and if you want, I can train the new employee on my areas. Negotiating before leaving. Receiving a job offer is another way to negotiate a salary increase or a position change. If you are a great employee, then your current employer might try to entice you to stay. If you are willing to stay, you can say that you received another offer and you are still thinking about it. If they try to make you stay, you can state what it will take for you to stay. Hi, Mark. I am at a crossroad in my career. I have recently interviewed with a different company and they extended an offer to me. I haven't decided yet, but I wanted to tell you before coming to a decision. If at this time they ask you to stay, then you can ask for a couple of things. If I didn't like this company, it would be an easy decision, but I really like it here. However, I have been asking to take on program management responsibilities here. Also, they are offering me a 6% higher salary than my current pay. Can anything be done about these two things? Hi, Mark. I have been thinking about moving back to my hometown. I have a job lined up, but I haven't decided yet. I wanted to let you know before I make my final decision. If they ask you to stay, you can say the following, but if they don't ask you to stay, then it is useless. Well, they are offering me a higher salary. It's 7% higher than my current salary. Would it be possible for you guys to match this? General statements. When you talk to coworkers, you will eventually tell them that you are leaving. Here's some general sentences. Next Friday is my last day. I already put in my 2-week notice. I'm leaving the company. I accepted a job offer from ABC Company. This Friday will be my last day here. I'm leaving this dump. I would have left a lot sooner, but I had to get a job lined up first. I got screwed here so many times, I don't want to work here anymore. My last day is this Friday. It was great working with you. I wish you the best on this project. I had a wonderful time here. I wish the best for you. I really enjoyed working with you. I'll send you my personal email, so keep in touch. If someone is leaving, then you can say something good like the example sentences below. I hope you enjoy your new job. Let me know if they have any other opening. Good luck in your new job. We'll keep your seat warm for you in case you want to return. Hey, Jack. Good luck with your new job and save me a seat. We'll miss you here. Good luck with your new career.
Hi, Mark. I have something important to tell you.
Come on in. What's on your mind?
Well, I have decided to leave the company. I had a wonderful time here, but it's time to move on for me.
May I ask why?
I got an offer from ABC Company. It's a management position, and I really don't want to let this opportunity pass me by. You know I have been looking for a management position here, but all the positions here are full.
I understand your decision, and you have my support.
Thanks for understanding. I can work here for 2 more weeks.
Okay. Will you be able to finish your current assignment?
Yes, I will. And if you hire someone within 2 weeks, I would be happy to provide training in my areas.
That would be great. We're going to miss you here.
I'm going to miss this place too. Thanks. Hi, Mary. I interviewed with another company and they offered me a position. I wanted to let you know before I made my decision.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I appreciate you telling me before you accepted the offer.
I really enjoy my work here, but I was concerned about the lack of opportunities. I put in effort to gain more experience here, but the projects are limited.
What would help you to decide to stay?
I would consider staying more if I could change my position. I would love to stay in this group, but I would love to be doing something different. And finally, they offered me 6% more than my current salary.
When do you have to make a decision by?
They want me to respond in a week.
Let me see what I can do, and I'll let you know tomorrow or on Wednesday. Can you wait until then?
That's not a problem.
Great. I'm going to do everything I can to keep you on board.
I appreciate what you are doing for me.
It's the least I can do. You're a valuable asset here.